looking out over the city right now. 67 degrees out there at the airport, maybe a little bit warmer, cooler wherever you live, but we are watching for things to come as it is a weather impact day.
That's right, and not because of what we're seeing right now. Things are looking pretty calm right now. It is what is coming later on in the day.
Yeah, a chance for pop-up showers. Meteorologist Randy Rico.
Love it.
She's been following the forecast for us all morning long. What do we have?
So we have a cold front on the way, and that means more towns see the rain than what we've had the last couple of days. Now, there have been some spots that have gotten some decent downpours, but it's been kind of minimal. More of us will see rain today and tomorrow because of that front. But the good news is, timing-wise, not impacting many of the really big events that are coming to town tomorrow night, Friday into the weekend. So let's take a look at the radar right now. Radar picking up on a little bit of fog that is lingering in a few areas early this morning, but I don't anticipate seeing any of these pop-up downpours ahead of the front until probably after about 2 p.m. So let's go hour by hour through this futurecast. This morning, waking up to partly to mostly cloudy skies, fairly quiet all the way up through about lunchtime today. A little bit of a muggy feel, and I think as that front drops in from the north to south, we'll start to see some of those downpours developing by about the 2 o'clock hour. As we head into the late afternoon and evening, you'll notice it's not everywhere, but more towns getting in on some wet weather. Locally intense downpours, some lightning, but not expecting severe weather from this. So they'll be around into the evening and actually lingering through 10, 11, even midnight tonight. There is the possibility of some rain. For tomorrow, with that front focusing to the south, while scattered rain is possible in the morning, anything in the afternoon is going to be focused south the river and out of here by 4 or 5 p.m. So things are looking good for tomorrow night. Today and tomorrow, weather impact days, but really comfortable air takes over by the weekend. Stephen and Megan.
All right, Randy, thank you. At 6:45, we're taking a look at your travel times. Mason Montgomery to downtown, 17 minutes. We are in the green this morning, 275 to the Brent Spence Bridge, also 7 minutes. And taking a look at the big map here, it looks like 471 going into downtown. There is that one lane, the left lane, that is closed on the Big Mac Daniel Carter Beard Bridge. So that could be slowing some things down this morning, something to keep in mind. Of course, the normal things, Riverside Drive is also closed for construction. That could last quite a while, and we'll keep you updated on all things traffic throughout the morning here on WLWT. Stephen.
Thank you, Megan. Soon kids across the greater Cincinnati area will be heading back to the classroom to get prepared. Families have a lot on their plate, though. Parents are trying to get the supplies ready, get the backpacks ready, everything together. The National Retail Federation estimates families with children in elementary through high school plan to spend an average of $874 on school supplies, clothes, and electronics based on their annual survey. While that is about $15 less than last year's record high of $890. It's still the second highest amount in the survey's history. Our co-anchor Kelly Rippon is live at the Furniture Fair in Fairfield, kicking off our annual Operation Backpack Collection Drive starting today. Kelly, we want to fill all of those bins behind you.
We need to fill all of them, and we will with the thanks and the help of all of you. It's a really fun day here for us. We're at the Furniture Fair in Fairfield, but this is happening at furniture fairs across greater Cincinnati. Of course, we're looking for school supplies. Everything you can think of is needed, as well as personal care items, things like deodorant, toothpaste, something that for whatever reason, if they forget at home or they don't have it at home, they can get to school and maybe have that in their backpack or their locker. So we talk about the impact that this has. Let's hear from some of the students who have been a part of Operation Backpack and how much it's made a difference in their back to school experience.
My experience with Operation Backpack is very pleasant. I just love being able to have the community come out and help the community as far as giving us school supplies, and that's a big weight off my shoulders, being able to go somewhere and being able to have that help with school supplies and all of the materials that they need for the year.
Huge help to the students, huge help to the families, to the teachers. Everyone can focus in on what's important, which is school, of course. So WLWT once again partnering with Volunteers of America, the Boys and Girls Club, and Furniture Fair for Operation Backpack. And we are here now and ready to take your donations. Here's a list of the supplies we're collecting. Last year, we served just over 2,500 local families. And this year, our goal is to help 3,000 1,000. So we've got people here ready to accept your donations. You can just roll right up. You barely even have to get out of your car. You just have to get the door open and we will go ahead and take supplies. And actually our very first person has showed up this morning with supplies. So we're so excited. Again, a huge thank you to everyone for being a part of that. Danielle Dindak helping out, trying to unload that car. Again, everything matters. Everything will make a difference. And it's happening at all of the Furniture Fair locations across Greater Cincinnati and Northern Kentucky. And if you can't be there today, we're doing this through August 9th, which again also includes Candace showing off one of the new backpacks. So excited. Thank you so much. We so appreciate it. Yay! Our first donation. Thank you guys so much. Again, we are here in Fairfield. Kelly Rippin, WLWT News 5. So cute.
And I love that's how easy it can be. You just pull up, we get everything for you, and all you have to do is stop by the Furniture Fair there in Fairfield. Kelly, thank you. 2024 presumptive Democratic nominee Kamala Harris heading to Indiana this morning as she ramps up her presidential campaign. Security after the assassination attempt of former President Trump, along with the aftermath of Joe Biden stepping aside in the race for president are now on the top of the mind of today's event. So WLWT News 5's Richard Childs is live with what we can expect, especially with that security today. Richard.
Well, heightened security as Vice President Harris will address the Zeta Phi Beta sorority at their national convention. Harris takes the stage at 12:30. This comes just over a week after former President Trump was shot at a Pennsylvania campaign rally. Now, of course, WLWT does have this covered. We will be live in Indianapolis. Curtis Fuller will be addressing it again, be filing live reports throughout the day. Now, this comes as the Democratic Party appears to move forward with Harris as their choice for the presidential nominee. Now, a very big week for Vice President Harris as, again, she becomes the presumptive nominee, getting enough delegates, of course, going to that convention, also raising over $100 million. Reporting live this morning, Richard Childs, WLWT News 5.
All right, Richard, thank you. In the meantime, President Joe Biden returned to Washington for the first time since his COVID diagnosis and stepping down from the top of the ticket. He's scheduled to address the nation tonight about his decision to drop out of the race. You can watch it live right here on WLWT News 5 starting at 8 o'clock.
6:50 here on your Wednesday. Some breaking Olympic news this morning. The Olympics will make a return to the United States in a decade. The International Olympic Committee announcing in the last hour that the 2034 Winter Games will be held once again in Salt Lake City, Utah. The Winter Olympics were previously there back in 2002. This is video from the games of that year. The state plans to reuse facilities instead of burdening taxpayers with the cost of new construction.
And more international breaking news this morning. More than a dozen people killed when a small plane crashed in Nepal. This all while taking off from an airport there. That plane crashed and it caught on fire. Officials say they were traveling from Nepal's capital to a city near the Himalayas to repair another plane. 2 crew members, 17 technicians were on board. At least 18 people were killed, and the cause of this crash is still under investigation. In less than a half hour, the Forest Hill School District is holding a special meeting around ongoing teacher negotiations. And all of this comes as time winds down to the start of the school year. WLWT News 5's Giacomo Luca live for us in Anderson Township ahead of that meeting. And Giacomo, what have you heard from the district?
Well, Megan, not really much at all. We have reached out to the teachers union as well as the school board, who have not responded to our requests for comment. We did get a statement from a district spokesperson who told us that the school year will start on time despite no teacher contracts being agreed upon now. We are hoping to get some additional details at this very early special school board meeting scheduled at 17 this morning. Board members should be arriving very shortly. Hoping to get any information, any new details as on those negotiations ahead of this meeting scheduled to start in just the next half hour or so, as this district, this very large district, prepares to get back to school in just a couple weeks. Live in Anderson Township, Giacomo Luca, WLWT News 5.
Giacomo, thank you. A traffic alert for drivers in northern Kentucky. Police are kicking off a new safety program across rural areas of Kentucky this morning. The High Five Rural Traffic Safety Seatbelt Program is getting started in Grant County. Police say deadly crashes happen much higher in rural areas like Grant County. The program features community outreach, education programs in high schools, and observational seatbelt surveys. Organizers are holding a conference to officially launch that program at 10 this morning.
All right, happening today, the Ohio State Fair kicking off. Ohio Governor Mike DeWine and Lieutenant Governor John Husted, as well as fair organizers, are holding a ribbon cutting to open the gates for the 169th Ohio State Fair. It's happening at the Ohio Expo Center in Columbus at 10 o'clock this morning. The Ohio State Fair runs through August 4th.
In sports, FC Cincinnati making some impressive moves during the MLS All-Star break. The Orange and Blue have signed Nigeria international center back Chidozie Awazim. A big boost for the back line as the 27-year-old will replace Matt Miazga, who is hurt. FC Cincy is back on the pitch a week from tomorrow for the league's cut group stage. No Reds action yesterday after rain and storms forced the MLB to postpone Game 2 against the Braves. So today it'll be a doubleheader to finish the series. Game 2 will be at 12:20, followed by Game 3 at 6:05 tonight. The Reds hope to keep up their little winning streak after getting the W against the Braves down in Atlanta on Monday. Let's talk Olympics. They start today. Team USA men's soccer, featuring FC Cincy's very own Miles Robinson, will hit the pitch this afternoon. Team USA will challenge France at 3 p.m. France is the home team, of course, as the men chase their first gold medal ever in the event. Team USA Rugby, they play twice, once against France at 10:30, then against Fiji at 2:30. Also today, Bengals training camp kicks off. We saw Joe Burrow's new look. T. Higgins reports ahead despite contract issues. Our sports team will have you covered. Megan, what do we have in traffic?
Yes, as you can see, Stephen, I'm kind of Olympicked out for USA. I know the official opening ceremony isn't until Friday, but some good news in the traffic department this morning is that even with this left lane being closed here on 471 North, things are looking pretty good this morning. Maybe just a little bit slower than normal, but nothing too bad. 18 miles per hour on 471 northbound as you head over the Big Mac Bridge heading into downtown Cincinnati. The Big Mac, it is different than the rest of the week. I will tell you that. Things were tough in the traffic department. The weather department, Randy, we're looking at perhaps rain for tonight, especially during some of the concerts in the area.
So tonight we have Alanis Morissette at Riverbend, and that's probably the biggest impact we will have on concerts scheduled this week in Cincinnati. Tonight's your best bet for that to rain on your show. As we look at the radar right now, things are pretty quiet here to start the day. Ooh, a nice pretty sunrise there through our city cam. It's 66 right now with some clouds. As we get into the afternoon, specifically after about 2 or 3 p.m., I would anticipate some of those scattered downpours. Doesn't rain everywhere, but far more towns getting involved today and tomorrow versus the last couple of days. So where it rains, it pours mid-afternoon into the evening. Tonight, the rain chance actually lingers all the way in through midnight. And with that front still in the area tomorrow is a weather impact day as we go through your Thursday. In the morning, plan on cloudy skies. Some areas of scattered rain, not a huge deal. Into the afternoon, that front is sitting south of the river, so the focus of any afternoon storms will be south of Cincinnati, and those end by about 4 or 5 p.m., which means we're dry for the Foo Fighters at Great American Ballpark and very comfortable air taking over for the Cincinnati Music Festival. For Friday night's show, low humidity, 80 degrees at 7:30, and then for Saturday night, a little bit warmer, about 85. But again, humidity stays down for the concert. Once we get into next week, rain chances creep back in on Sunday.
All right, Randy, thanks so much. The Today Show is next. I'm sure they'll be talking about the Olympics getting rolling today.
Absolutely. We'll be back in 25 minutes with more local news, weather, and traffic, and we'll see you soon.